So hello, welcome to another Pokemon battle on my channel. This is actually the first 6v6 match I ever had in Pokemon Sun and Moon, and my god is it a good one. I've just got my new team put together. As I say, I was really looking forward to this. Sean's rocking some pretty good stuff. You got the Incineroar there, the Vikavolt, that Grass Queen looking one, I don't know, Toxic X, or however you pronounce it, good Crocodile and Alakazam, really good team. And I'm rocking a few ones I wanted to try out, so let's jump straight in this battle and see how it all goes. So Sean here is going to lead off with his Incineroar, and I am going to lead off with my Dug Trio. I mean, hey, what's going on? You can't really go wrong with this thing as a lead. I quite like it as a lead on this team. So Incineroar comes out here, and I'm thinking, can this thing live in Earthquake? Is it going to switch into the Vikavolt? So I feel it's safe and go straight into the Earthquake here, and it's a good job I didn't overpredict, or this would have went bad for me, as I'm able to take out that Incineroar in one hit with a crit. I don't think that crit might have mattered, because Incineroar probably has some decent health bulk about it, so I'm going to say that crit mattered. So great start into this match is going to start here. So the Vikavolt comes in, and I do predict it attacking me, but I am getting that wrong, and he does go for the agility here. So this is a setup speed set, and I'm not too sure how to react to this. So I do decide to go for the Rock Tomb, expecting him to go for agility again, and I take this thing down to half health, which is nice, and get that speed drop. So I'm quite confident here as he's going for another agility, but he does go for an energy ball, which kind of ruins my day. But I do live on that 9 HP here, so I go for the Sucker Punch again, but he does unfortunately set up the agility again. So unfortunately my predicts are not going to go to here, as I decide, are you going to try it again? So I go for the Sucker Punch, play it safe, and I manage to take this thing down to quite low health. Actually, I'm quite surprised how much that did there. So he goes for an energy ball, but he fails again, and I'm going to go into Mimikyu here, and I'm going to go straight for the Shadow Sneak here. And this Miyuki set is not an attacky one. I'm going to call this thing Miyuki instead of Mimikyu, but my god, it lives on like a smidgen of health. I either got a low roll, or this thing does not have good attack investment at all, but I still feel I should have killed it. So my decoy get busted, which is an absolute shame here, and I'm not too happy with that, as he's going to go into a Toxapex here, and that's going to be pretty able to wall me here. So I go for a Shadow Sneak, and I do a lot of damage considering I don't have any attack investment with this thing. So I decide, you know what, you're probably a bulky set, either bulky, specially defensive, or some kind of wall. So he does go for the Toxic Spikes here, and I'm thinking, you know what, if this is any time to get up a substitute, this is the time to get up a substitute. So I'm going to go straight for a bulk up here. And you're probably thinking, why bulk up instead of sword stance? I like bulk up for the reason you're about to see later on in this video. As I say, bulk up does prove useful at times. So I do have a lot of special defense investment, as you can tell, if I can live that here. So I notice this Toxapex can't really do too much to me, so I'm just going to happily just stay in here and start setting up a way. And as I'm basically setting up here, I'm going to give you the chance to nickname some of my Pokemon. I'm looking for nicknames for this team. I do need some nicknames, because I must admit, I'm not the best with names here, but I've got a few of them what I'm going to be calling some ones, but I definitely need a nickname for the Beware and the Nickname, so I'm going to let my fans decide that. So Liquidation is going to hit me again here, and the substitute's taking all that damage, and I'm thinking, you know what, I'm just going to set up for days. I must be at like +4 bulk up now, so I've got plenty of attack, plenty of defense, so I'm looking pretty good here, as this thing is going to go for a Liquidation again. It hits me again, but it still doesn't manage to pick the substitute. This thing's bulking for days, and this thing makes a great predict here. Sean here goes for the Baneful Bunker, which is a great predict here, and I do go for the Shadow Sneak, and I am unfortunately poisoned. That completely ruins my opportunity to sweep here, and I must admit, I was gutted. I was thinking, oh, Mickey is going to get like a mini sweep here, this would be awesome, but unfortunately I do not get that here, as the poison's going to kick in. I do hit my Citrus Berry, so I am able to live here, so I thought, you know what, no more setting up, all out attack and go. So I hit the thing with the Shadow Sneak here, do a nice chunk of damage here. This thing's going to go for Liquidation and finally break my sub. So not the greatest here, but you know what, it takes a critical hit to actually break through this. My god, Mickey is an awesome Pokemon. This thing's surely got to be OU. So the poison's hurting me here, and I'm thinking, you know what, he's going to go for a Baneful Bunker, but it's not worth me really risking that setup, because I'm probably going to die here. So I'm going to keep going for the Shadow Sneak here, because I'm already poisoned here. So I am just going to keep attacking, but unfortunately here, this person does predict that. He does withdraw his Toxapex here, and he goes into his Crocodile here, and Crocodile is going to get that Intimidate, and of course this thing's going to eat up a Shadow Sneak like it's absolutely nothing, you know. Good, this thing can take Shadow Sneak for days, it's all good here. But now you're about to see why I like bulk up. I'm better than sword stance here. So Mickey, you taking the poison damage here, is going to go straight for that Earthquake here, and look at this. Look at how little damage it does. Stag Croxatroke Earthquake does nothing to me, as I'm able to go straight for that Play Rough and completely demolish this thing. This is why you run bulk up over sword stance, just for situations like that. Unfortunately, I am going to get poisoned, and I'm going to go right down here. Goodbye, Mickey, you did your work. So this does not go well for me. Alakazam comes out here, Beware comes out here, but unfortunately I'm going to get poisoned. My lumber is gone, so there goes my item, which is a shame. But this thing is going to Mega Evolve here. And of course, when it Mega Evolves, it gets the ability Trace. And when it gets this ability Trace, it manages to copy your ability. And my ability just happens to be Fluffy. So now this thing is quite tanky. It goes straight for a Psychic, which is super effective, and destroys me. I wanted to switch into my Umbreon, but I didn't want to risk it, so... down goes Beware, completely gone. I'm really annoyed at that. That was my favourite Pokemon on the team. I wanted this thing to wreck face, but unfortunately it didn't. So annoyed by that. So this thing's of course got the coverage of the Dazzling Gleam here. This is not looking good for me, as I'm going to go straight for Payback. And thanks to that bloody Fluffy ability, it's hardly going to take any damage. I would have been able to 2-hit KO this thing otherwise, but I got completely screwed over by my own team, which sucks. So the poison's going to nullify my leftovers as well here. So I'm thinking I'm just going to have to keep going for damage, because this is not looking good. So Dazzling Gleam's going to hit me again. I'm going to go straight for the Payback, which would be killing more, but of course I've screwed myself over here, which is not good in any way. So Lefty's recovery is going to do its thing, but I'm not taking another Dazzling Gleam here, as I know I'm going to go down, and there's no way I'm switching into anything here. And this is not looking good for me, as I'm getting swept by this Mega Alakazam here. But you know what? I just realised I have Minior in the back here. I've got one of my favourite 7th gen Pokemons here. Got to look at them eyes though. So Shield's Down's going to activate. I'm going to get nice and shield generated here. Death Star's looking awesome. So I decide, you know what? This is the perfect time to set up. It goes for a Psychic here, and that doesn't bring me down to my Focus Sash, and that's from a Mega Alakazam. I am dead, you know, I'm chuffed with that. So this thing's defences are going to drop, but my special attack is going to go to the absolute roof here. So Shield's Down's going to click it, and I love that. Just clicks out with its armour, ready to do damage. And Minior here is going to hit this thing straight up with a Power Gem here and completely take it out. So I am the fastest freaking thing in the entire world at this point. So Toxapec's going to come out here, and he's probably thinking, you know what, he's special defense invested, he can take this in. So I'm going for a Psychic, but joke's on me. This thing has a berry to be able to take that, but it goes for the Psychic, and I actually managed to take this out. I am well chuffed at that. Even with that berry, I was still able to take this thing out. Not the Regena set, must have been the Merciless set, but I'm well proud of that. So I'm fast as out at this point. I'm going to go straight for the Power Gem here, go for that, but unfortunately it doesn't kill. But you know what, Minior, you brought me right back into this game. I get kicked, I go down, but I've only got one mon left, but I know he's only got 2, and I know that Vikavolt on insanely low health. So I go into my Toxapex here, I get rid of those Poison Spikes. I'm going to go straight for the Toxic here. Tropic Kick doesn't do too much to me. I am very defensively invested. My attack drops. I'm a special attacker, so it doesn't really bug me here. So I go straight for the Toxic here. This thing is well toxic, and I make a great predict here. I think these things usually carry aromatherapy just in case they get burned. I've actually seen some of these battle. So I'm going to go straight for the Toxic here and just shut it down here. So it does go for the aromatherapy. I'm well glad I predicted that, as I go for the Toxic here, and thanks to that Toxic I'm able to finish this thing off. This thing as a defensive wall is insane. It's got to be OU. So I'm going to get some Black Sludge, recover nicely here. This thing's going to get Toxic. It's going to go down. Another Pokemon dead. This thing wall is just doing amazingly here. So he goes into the Vikavolt here, and this is the moment of truth. Can I live a Vikavolt's attack here? So it goes for the Thunderbolt here. I'm not special defensive investment, I'm defensive. I live on 37 HP. I'll go for the Toxic, which thankfully can't miss because I'm a poison type. And there is the game, there and there. I've got the poison, I am happy. If he actually managed to live that Toxic for whatever reason, I do have Baneful Bunker here. I bet this guy's wishing he'd bought the Lumberry. If it was for the Lumberry, he probably would have won that match. But, you never know these things. So, this has been Spinner94 here. If you made it to the end of the video, remember to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Peace out.